you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello? Hello? Good morning. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I sound distant. I am. I'm in Florida, and you're not, Bernetta. I sound distant. All right, let's try this again. Hello. Hello, can you go? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Is it better? Karen in Connecticut! Haha, the Sherpa is speaking this morning, Karen. Still low. Dang it, dang it. All right, let's try this. Hold on. Hold, please. How's that? Is that better? How's that? Yay! Okay, now, I'm getting feedback, and you probably are too, so let me try this. Okay, no sound. All right, how's that? Is that better? Is that better? Going once? No sound. Is that better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Better. Okay. Tell me if it's better. I'm getting feedback on my end. Okay, is it echoing for anybody? Tell me if it's echoing. Joel and I worked on this for reverb. I knew it. I knew it. Hold on, y'all. Echo. I got it. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? Hello. No echoing? Tell me if the echoing is gone. Tell me if the echoing is gone. And tell me if the echoing is gone. Tell me if the... Okay. Try it now. Try it now. Is the echoing gone now? It should be. I turned off... Oh, wait. My bad. No, I didn't. How about that? Are we good? No echo? Hey, Hexa. Gone now, but low sound. Okay. I don't know what's up with the sound, y'all. Honest to goodness. Joel and I worked on this for like an hour. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Some of you are hearing it. Some of you are saying it's low. Echo be gone. Whammo, bammo. Yay. Echo is gone. Praise Buddha. All right. Let me see if I can rig this thing up. There must be some kind of crazy Mercury retrograde. Is that better? Do I just have to swallow the mic like I'm in Vegas or I'm on a cruise ship and sing cheesy 80s songs like the wedding singer? Is that better? Is that better? Hey, Teapot. Hey, Maureen. Good morning, everybody. Yes, that's better. All right, so I'm just going to have to swallow the mic. This reminds me of my comedy days. Probably be equally as effective, which is why I'm not a comic anymore. Okay, Itzia, there shouldn't be an echo. I closed out what was causing the echo. I'm having a Coke and a smile this morning, y'all. What are you having? Yes. Hey, everybody. Hello? All right, let me see if I can get this thing to stay up. Yes, I know. You'd think I'd be prepared, and I was, but I will tell you that count them 4 of my clients yesterday, 4 in a row, reading clients, they all were 15 and 20 minutes late. Pearlite, girl, Pearl, I can't help you, girl. You're in England, and I think the UK throttles me. Right, Maureen? It's karaoke time. I'll do it my way. That is one of the most sung. Do you know what the most sung song at karaoke is? Listen to this. Sweet Caroline, bow, bow, bow. That is the most requested song at karaoke across the world. No joke. Okay. I know this because I used to be one of those freaky karaoke people that just did karaoke like 7 nights a week. No more. That was too much. All right, y'all, I'm going to try to rig this puppy like we do in the South. We just grab anything that's available, and since I don't have scotch tape or duct tape in front of me like MacGyver, Joel and I really did work on this, just so you know. Okay. Amy. All right, so first off, good morning, good morning. I got a bunch of stuff to tell y'all. And thank you for showing up today. I really appreciate it. There's just so much to share. So first things first, a couple of you have reported that you think the forums are down. Only a couple of you, but they're not down. They never went down. Just so you just have to, I know, baling twine or duct tape. Now, I'm a Southerner, so I carry baling twine with me wherever I go. And there are other things that I carry with me because I do animal rescue, right? And so if I'm driving along the road and I see an injured animal, I'm out of my car. Oh, I almost said my truck, y'all. Somebody send me healing energy because I have got the bug to buy a truck again like you don't even know. And they don't make little trucks anymore. You can't buy a truck for less than $30,000 these days. Well, not an American-made truck. Well, as many of the parts are made in America, which ain't much. But anyway, hey, Jason. Hey, y'all. Hey, Kelly. Hey, everybody. So the forums are not down. They never were down. Remember, I've been saying for a while, the new URL is wildpackwisdom.com/forums. So maybe what you need to do is clear your cache and your cookies. But the old URL redirects to the new URL. So everything should be fine and dandy like a hard candy Christmas. Okay. Thank you, Teapot. Thank you. I do not need to spend $30,000 on a truck. I'd have to spend the night every night in the truck just to get the enjoyment out of it to make it worth that time. And I ain't doing that. It's hot in Florida. So it's already hot and sticky and miserable out here. So anyway, the forums are not down. They are at wildpackwisdom.com/forums. The other thing is, please give a big round of applause, a big shout out to my moderators who put up with my kookiness a couple times a week. And I am thinking about increasing the lives. I've gotten a whole bunch of requests to increase them. And I get that. I got to find time in the day to do it. I love doing them. They're fun. So I am working on that. But thank you, Maureen, and thank you, Teapot, and thank you, Amy, for hanging in there with me and making sure everybody feels welcome, which is a really big subject for this morning. And being able to spot things that I can't spot, because when I go into trance, I go into trance. As much as I might seem like I'm here, I'm really not. I'm elsewhere. So the other thing is, I will be very quiet over the next couple of days on the forums because I will be teaching a class in the Villages, Florida. So I'll be gone a couple of days, and I want to, if Linda's here this morning, I want to give you a big shout out to Linda Friedman, a good friend of mine who helped facilitate me teaching there. And it's just going to be, I just can't wait. Any opportunity I get to blab about the spirit animals, I'm all in. So also, I wanted to show you all, because this is going to have something to do with next week. Hold on one second. Nope, my bad. Okay, hold on, I gotta put her up. So, I know, right? So beautiful is the drum. So, I bring up the drum because just drumming is coming up so much lately that I've had, I know, Teapot. So just in coming up lately, there's just a lot. Let me just let me start going through it all, right? Kind of one at a time. And hey, Johnny Sue. Hey, honey. Hey, y'all. Johnny Sue is she's the daughter I never had. And she's the one I tell y'all about all the time. She is in Georgia, and at her young ears, this young lady managed to raise enough money to open her own zoo/sanctuary. It's not a zoo. It has to do with licensing and all that kind of thing. And Johnny Sue is, who studied with Jane Goodall, by the way. You want to know anything about primates, you ask Johnny Sue, but she owns the Haven Zoo, and she is the one that I told y'all about, that some of the funds that I had pledged $5,000 of the sale of the book to animal charities that specifically fight to prevent cruelty to animals, and all of Johnny Sue's animals are rescues. She's got I don't know how many primates she has at the moment, but she's got llamas and farm animals and that kind of thing. And Rashid, I wish you well. Of all the people that you want to cheat, you son of a bitch, Rashid, Johnny Sue is one of the doest, gooderest people. She's saving animals' lives, and she's somebody you want to cheat? Go to hell. And that's how it gets around my office, because that's the Scorpio. I'm certainly sure I could have handled that a much more spiritual way. I wish that you heal your spirit, you're this, you're that, so on and so forth. Whatever. I'm sassy this morning, y'all. Sassy with 3 capital S's and a big old Y. Okay, sassy. All right. Anyway, Johnny Sue, don't inbox that person. That's the other thing. I hope I don't have to tell y'all by now. Somebody that's got their name, it doesn't matter. If they're like, inbox me for a reading, that is not me and that's not one of my people, right? Okay. So, but I did it with a smile on my face, and that's the Southern way. We'll tell y'all 75 ways to Sunday and still be smiling because we still love ya. So anyway, I want to talk about the drumming for a second. So one of the things about this drum is it led me on a great journey with my dear friend Catherine Skaggs. We've been friends for a decade and a half, and you know, when you're dear friends with people and they're some of the closest people to you, you know, sometimes things are just not as smooth as they might want to be. And this drum gave us the most amazing opportunity to connect on a level that we've never connected on before, because we've never had to. We've never had to go there. We've never had to this, that, whatever. And it wasn't, I don't want to make it out to be negative. It really wasn't. But, you know, when you start talking with people about your deepest, most secret, you know, wants, wishes, desires, fears, that kind of thing, it can get very crunchy. And I'm just not one to do that. And she's like a double Pisces or something, and I'm a triple Scorpio. So, you know, we might as well be like soulmates from another planet, because the legendary connection between Scorpio and Pisces is pretty much what they write movies and songs and that kind of thing about. And we have that kind of connection without the romance, we have that kind of connection. And so, right, it is Southern hospitality. It is Southern hospitality, Maureen Jones. So, because we can show you, come on in, and we can show you, get on out. We can show you in and out with that big old Southern smile. We'll hand you tea, sweet tea on the way in and on the way out. We can still be friends, but you got to go. So, ooh, I'm feeling my Southern this morning. Anyway, so I want to encourage you that if you are doing something with a friend, or you're having a kerfuffle with a bestie of some kind, family of some kind, there's a reason for it right now in this moment, because so many people I know are going through it. They're going through some kind of battle, like some kind of epic battle. And I really feel like it's a sign of the times. I feel like, you know, we don't talk about, you know, the R word here, and we don't talk about the P word, religion and politics. We don't do that. That's funny, Maureen. Don't you come back now. Don't y'all come back now. You hear? I'm going to be saying that from now on. That is hilarious. Okay. So I really think it's a sign of all of the planetary and the energetic shifts. And a lot of what I see happening is people that previously have been a bit of a bully or been, just perpetrators of nonsense. People are standing up to them. And even within your own sphere, that's what's happening, is their demons are disturbing your demons more than ever before. And you just can't, you got to say something. Do it. But coming at it from a place of you want to work it out. Like, I didn't want to work it out with that Rashid, whatever. I'm not interested in that. And this morning, I'm not interested. That's not true. I bless the whole world every day. I do bless that old cat, whoever it is. But people know better. I know they know better. As a matter of fact, I just watched and this is relevant too, I just watched a special where this old gal went down to Jamaica, and I am not picking on Jamaica. Please don't write me and tell me I'm picking on Jamaicans, because I'm not. It was on this special I saw on Netflix or Prime or something the other night. And she went on down to talk to the people that do those scams in the call centers. And, you know, they're terrible about scamming, especially elderly people. You've won the lotto. You've done this. You've done that. And people send them money. You know, they hit you up on Facebook and they're in love with you and you're going to get married, but you got to send them this, you got to send them that. And, you know, their logic really is it's all reparation. We deserve it because we're that dumb. And they always target Americans. They don't target any other country because we're the only ones dumb enough to fall for it. And which is in its way kind of a compliment, because we're still so unspoiled in a lot of ways. You know, we're still very open and trusting, and we want to hope the best in people, and that's awesome, right? For me, it's kind of a backhanded compliment, but you know, they said straight up on camera, one of the biggest crime lords down there that so they say, that interviewed with this old gal on this special, they told her straight up, we do it on purpose because Americans ruined Jamaica. So, and you're stupid. All Americans are stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. And so every cent we can take from any one of y'all is reparation for what you've done to Jamaica. I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting logic, and not everyone there feels that way. And again, I'm not cheesing on Jamaica. I'm not. But it was a real good, it just was a good eye-opener for me. Anyway, all of this leads into the drum, which leads into the kerfuffles, which leads into the beating of your heart. That's really where I'm trying to get to. This morning, my heart is beating on triple overtime. There's a lot of real exciting stuff going on, and I know to y'all it might look like I've about been the most disorganized, can't keep up, don't have a handle on my business for the last couple of months. Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm just overloaded. But that time is coming to the end, and we are getting all of the T's crossed and the I's dotted, and I think when everything shakes out, you're going to be very, very pleased with what me and the spirit animals and my whole team can offer you, because no one else is doing it, and I win just because no one else is doing it. That's not true, but I work really, really hard to make sure that you all get what you tell me that you need, what you tell me that you want, what the animal allies tell me. And I love every minute of it. So thank you for showing up. And so I am going to, you're not late, Kelly. Everybody's always in divine time, because we are full of nothing but shaman, wizards, magicians, that kind of thing. We even have a whole bunch of witches out there. And then there's me. I'm just who I am. I am who I am. I am my own special creation that's going to dump my mic 25 times today. Okay, so I'm going to get to reading. So, yeah, we're done. I'm done blabbing. I'm going to get to reading. And if I can get this to stay up, please, 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 I beg Buddha, stay up. Oh, that was too easy. I need to get a mic stand or fix the sound on my computer. Okay, so, you might have heard the colloquialism, the public moves in droves. And I'm sure you've heard birds of a feather flock together, that kind of thing. But I have to tell you something. In the past 2 weeks, almost yesterday, I just want to say it again for those of you that are just showing up, welcome. Yesterday, if you didn't hear it earlier, 4 of my clients, we had to reschedule because they were 15 or 20 minutes late because they couldn't get their computers to do this. They couldn't get their phones to do this. It's Mercury retrograde, and I don't normally pay too much attention to that because that which you focus on becomes your reality. But I'm telling you, Mercury retrograde is a real thing. At least it was yesterday. It was craziness. But I will also say that in the last 2 weeks, every client 98% of the clients I've had, the reading clients, they are just in a place of feeling excluded. Some of them very lonely, feeling left out, looking around at, kind of other people around them and seeing them maybe what they think those people are happy, or hey Bruce, they think those people are successful. Okay, little C, big C, you've got to log in again. You got to log in again. On the forums again, it is Wildpack. Okay. Oh, I know what's happening, y'all. If you go to wildpackwisdom.com, Pearl and Little C Big C. If you go to wildpackwisdom.com, that's not the forums. That's my new site that's coming out where all the classes are being held, where all the products are, where articles are going to be. You've got to go, Pearl and Little C Big C, you've got to go to wildpackwisdom.com/forums. That's where you go, and that will put you through to that's the disconnect. Y'all, wildpackwisdom.com/forums, not wildpackwisdom.com. Okay. All right, Pearl. I gotta get to you after. I gotta get to you after the live or something. I don't know why you're getting that. Okay. So this right now, this reading is for anybody that is feeling left out, feeling excluded. And please type in the chat to let me know if this is you. Because I have to say, when the message came to me this morning, I was a little surprised because all of you I've experienced so far to be very pack people, like, at least in our pack. But and some of these clients, they're longtime clients, and I was really surprised to hear that. But they were like, well, this happened. Yeah, thank you, Teapot. That will redirect you. If you go to gatheringofmystics.com, it will redirect you to the forums URL. Okay, so if you're feeling ignored, if you're feeling excluded, if you're feeling even lonely, but that's almost a tag-along, it's not really the whole thing that it's all about, this reading is for you, and I'm straight up going to pull an animal, and that animal is going to be the animal. Now, let me just tell you this. I get excluded all the time. People are always having these online summits for animal communication. There was a big, I guess it was big, I don't know. There were like 8 or 9, spirit animal people or shamanic totem people or whatever, and they did a summit. You think I got an invite? You think one of them reached out to me? And some of them are on my friends list. On Facebook. I don't know them. I've never talked to them. And a lot of people do that. They'll hit you up to be friends if they think that you can further their page or whatever. And so, Dylan, it's for everybody. It's for everybody that is feeling left out, excluded, maybe even deliberately snubbed. Like, you deliberately weren't invited to something, or you deliberately weren't told about something. And this is for you, because there are a lot of, there's really only 3 sides to that coin. But it can be very hurtful. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't, I'm sure somewhere deep down inside it hurts me. But not really. Not really. It does irk me. And as, I want to know the why of everything. But, this is for you. This is the animal energy that you're going to work with based on, are you feeling excluded? Like Maureen said, snubbed, deliberately left out, deliberately. It's almost like if you're ostracized or being cut away from the herd or the pack, right? And if you're feeling lonely. Okay, so here's the card for you. Spider, the High Priestess. Okay, now I would invite you to take that as you will, as it pertains to I just don't know any other way you could take that card or interpret it for your situation other than this. When Spider carries the world on her back, and wolf spiders do carry their world on their back, it's all of their babies. And in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the High Priestess sits alone on a throne. Now, it can be argued that almost every archetype in the Rider-Waite is alone in the card. But once you rise to a certain level of whatever that is for you, ability, spirituality, intelligence, you've grown your business to be that, it's this, it's that, then it is really time for you to know that you've risen above those people, and that's why they're not inviting you. That's why they're excluding you. That's why you are being cut out from the herd. I have a good friend. This'll be good. I have a good friend. And her family have never progressed past the 1960s. They live in a very isolated place, and they are still very much of a hardcore, fundamental, I'm not hacking on Christians, I am not hacking on Christians, I am not hacking on Christians. What I'm saying, it's hardcore, fundamental Christians, and their value system as regards the standing of women to men, as regards this, that, the other, is just about as, I mean, I think if you just went, 2 more steps and you'd be a Puritan or a Quaker or something like that. She's not that person. And so when she goes home, she knows that she has to, she is herself, but she is, they just don't, no one talks about her. No one asks her about her life. She doesn't offer it up. When they start to talk politics or this or that or religion or whatever, she just finds her way to the kitchen. She just whatever. She loves her family, and would take a bullet for each and every one of them. I mean it. And I just mean love like I haven't seen in a long time. But she's so different from her family. And it could be argued, I'm not casting judgment on her family, but it could be argued that she's risen above in many ways, in many different areas than her family. So if you are feeling left out, if you are feeling excluded, or you are feeling deliberately snubbed or ostracized or cut out of the pack, it's because that's what's happening. You're deliberately being snubbed, ostracized, and being cut out of the pack. But that's not your problem. It's not even their problem. You might not even put it a problem. Somehow you're a threat to them. Somehow you make them feel uncomfortable. Somehow you make them feel less than. Now, when I say you can't be responsible for what other people feel. And they may be as unaware of this as the man in the moon. But within most packs, most herds, there's an alpha, female or male, and then there's the pack. And if you have not been the alpha of your pack or your herd, and all of a sudden the herd is feeling the undercurrents, and certainly the alpha is feeling threatened, maybe not even knowing that, not even knowing why, there's not one thing you can do to keep them comfortable. You can't. So I would encourage you to sit, sleep, carry the high priestess spider energy with you during these times, because it's just like, well, really, you're being called to be a leader, especially in your own life. And a really good leader does not give any kind of credence to the village idiot. I'm not saying your families are idiots. I'm not saying your friends are idiots. What I'm saying is, in a true ruler's spirit, in a truly enlightened, in truly spiritually progressed, even truly smart. I happen to work with, on and off, but I happen to work with a person who literally has a Sheldon Cooper IQ from Big Bang Theory. He's got these IQs. Emotions are not really part of his day, his week, his year, his life. But everybody's got an Achilles heel. Everybody, unless you're a stone cold sociopath or, whatever the other one is, unless you're stone cold. And even still, something can get to them. And nothing people have ever said about him that's negative. And believe me, there have been some things. He's a pretty good target, but he's a genius. He just looks at them like they're small, because they are. And it's never bothered him. Now, you might be a person like that. I don't think so. You wouldn't be in this, You wouldn't be in this chat, in this reading, if you weren't an empath, which means you're very sensitive. And so this is for you, and that can be a tough pill to swallow, to get to a place where my ex-husband said to me one time, I turned around and snapped at somebody one time. I mean, I snapped. Because I'd had enough of their nonsense. I'd had enough. And they weren't picking up any of the social clues. And I'd even straight up asked them once, when we're spending time together, I don't know why you do these things or say these things, but it irks me. It's hurtful to me. If you can tell me why, we can work this out together if you're willing. If you can't tell me why, then I need to ask you kindly to stop. And they told me why, and I tried to do damage control, but I can't fix the way somebody, or repair the way somebody sees something about me, and I can take note of it, and if I take a look at it and go, yeah, they're right, then okay. But in this instance, it was that same kind of thing that the High Priestess and the Spider card is trying to tell you all this morning. I was just in a different place than that person. They were still here in their understanding of things, and it really was understanding. In their self-awareness and their self-actualization, they have no spirituality at all. Anyway, long story short, I'd had it about a year later, the continued of it, I'd had about enough, and I lit this person up. It only took 3 sentences, but I lit her up enough, she turned around and left my house. I did it with a smile. So my ex-husband says to me afterward, he said, I'm really disappointed in you. And I said, why is that? And he said, because I thought you were above the fray. And I said, what does that mean? He said, she's limited. You don't recognize that she's limited? And I said, yes, I do recognize that. But even limited people need to have a comeuppance every now and again. And he said, but why did it have to be you? And he turned around and he went to bed. I felt so bad. I really did, because it didn't need to be me. I didn't need to call the guy this morning a son of a bitch and tell him to go to hell, although I am absolutely not sorry for that. One day I might be. Today I'm not. Tomorrow I probably won't be, especially because of the target. My girl, Johnny Sue. No. Okay, where I'm going with all of this, because it's not about me, it's about you, but I try to use real world experience so that maybe it helps to see the message from the different perspective, because it can be a hard pill to swallow when someone says you're just above them. And I don't mean above them in an egotistical way. It's that at the end of the day, you have the eyes that see and the ears that listen, and they don't. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Exactly, Sylvie. They cannot handle our vibration. I will not shrink my light. There you go. All right, moving on. I'm feeling like several of you... this didn't pop in this morning. Hey, Melina Laura, you're also a son of a bitch. You're trying to cheat my people. You're trying to scam my people. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you in your life? Hold on, let me get on Facebook. Let me block you on Facebook. Oh my God, you people get so tiring. You don't have the eyes to see. You don't have the ears to listen. And... never mind. Let me just block this. I'm drawn to you. I'm sure you are. I absolutely am sure you are. Block. Block. All right, Melina, you're gone. Bye. Hold on. Let me get rid of Melina here. Hey, Teapot. Oh, she didn't block for you, Janetta? Okay. Or whoever it is. It's probably a... hold on. Alright. Okay. Gone. See? That's how you say. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. That's also something we say here in the South. It's not my favorite. It's a little gross. But here's the thing. Okay. So, stupid is as stupid does. Nikki. Okay, so here's the thing. I hope this doesn't, let me just say, this just hit me. It didn't come in the meditation this morning, but I feel like a number of y'all out there, I know, bless her heart, For real, Cheryl, you know what? I figure if I'm ugly enough, they'll just stay away from my chat. But then again, I probably will get a horde of them coming at me. Okay. Hold my beer. Okay. I feel like a number of y'all out there are caring for animals that might be a little ill right now, and I mean that with like your fur babies, and then your significant other. It could even be a family member or something, but I just feel like I really feel like it's the fur babies, and you are I feel like Amanda. That's all I got to say about that. That's my best Forrest Gump impression. But I just feel like some of you all are having just really, man, your heart is so heavy taking care of some elderly animals or sickly animals, that kind of thing. And this is going to be for you, because right now I'm feeling like you really need to hear that you are doing the best for them as possible. And Johnny Sue, I don't know if you're still here. I don't think this pertains to you. I haven't seen on Facebook or anything. I haven't seen that any of your critters are sick. But if you're going through a thing, maybe you are, Johnny Sue. I was told to call out your name. If you're going through a thing, wow, this is weird. So the Eight of Cups have come up for this, and this, I think I'm still in the energy of what we were talking about, because this is about abandonment. So I'm gonna put that card aside, and I'm gonna flip the card. This is for you all who are again, you're nursing, you're trying to heal, you're holding sacred space for, or whatever you want to call it, your beloved fur baby. You know, it might even be a person that you're caring for, but I just keep seeing dogs and cats and dogs and cats and dogs and cats. And so this is for shopping today, Dawn, with a friend for her elderly cat. All right, when a card comes up and I don't feel like it's for that energy, which almost never happens, I'll put it aside like I did with Walrus. But when another card comes up and it's kind of in the same ballpark, I know Spirit's trying to tell me something to tell you. So now we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. And you know, here's the thing that I'm getting. Here's the thing I'm getting. Boy, this has me flummoxed, but it really does. It's tough taking care of sickly critters, especially when you love them with all your heart. And in particular, oh my God, Itzia, it's so interesting you put that right there. She loves her mama. So my thing is that I'm getting is that this is specifically it's for anybody that's dealing with this right now. But it's specifically for those of you that are so bonded with this animal companion that it is ripping your heart out of your chest all day, every day. Tina Squad, again, you are... It's, you know, these are not their real names, y'all. I trust that you know that. They're not their real names. All right, hold on. Let me delete or hide. Sorry. Okay. It can be tough. And what you got to know is that until the day, and even afterwards, I believe that your fur baby goes across the rainbow bridge. Ooh, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. See, y'all are gonna think I'm unstable. I can go from telling somebody to go to hell to crying in 2 seconds. But that is, listen, that's about being a walker in both worlds. Make no mistake about that. I'm too stable. I am too focused and too stable. But I will tell you that you are the alpha. Let me try and tell you this how a vet who's also an amazing reader that I happen to know. Here's what we were talking about this one time, because I had a cat. I was going through this with Soleil. She really was my world. This cat was just my world. Or big fluffy Maine Coon orange tabby. And I named her Soleil because she reminded me of the sun, and that's, Soleil the sun. Okay. So I just felt like I was causing her more harm, more distress than good. And I asked the vet what to do about it, and she said, well, you got to realize, she said, to your cat, you're still the pack leader, the herd leader, the whatever leader. You're the bringer of the food. And they're always looking to make sure you're okay, because if you're not okay, they won't be okay. So when she feels that pain, that distress, that whatever, that sets her on edge. And I was like, oh, from a strictly animal point of view, just from basic animal 101, that made total sense to me. As you all know, I don't believe that animals are just animals, right? You know that. I know you believe the same thing. So I've got to say that if you can, and you can do it honestly, because you can't hide anything from an animal. They sense everything. You might can hide something from other people with big bright eyes and a smile and this and that, but you can't hide it to an animal. Now, if there's a way that you can move past your pain for the now, and just give them, oh goodness, just give them the love that you're already giving them, but don't have it be from a place of pain. And I gotta stop talking about this. I'm not even caring for a sick animal, but I'm feeling y'all out there that are, and I'm like, ugh, no wonder this didn't come before the meditation. I probably would have had to cancel this live. Ooh, give me a second. I'm gonna have to. This is what we do in the South. We grab a drink when we're upset. And we shift our tiara or our ball cap and we go on about our merry business. But, it just occurred to me, I should have put some Captain Morgan's in that Coke. Not really. I talk a big game about drinking. I think I have 2 drinks a year. I talk about it all the time. But my friends, they're like, why do you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I used to drink. It was fun when I was a kid and partying. It was fun. Yes. Oh, I know, right, Cheryl? It's just Coca-Cola. I promise. Okay. So, man, I'm sending you all the healing and all the love and all the everything that I possibly can, because, oh, Johnny Sue, you are, okay, see, I didn't see that on Facebook or anything. So you are caring for a 5-week-old kitten with a major leg injury. Aw, is it an orange tabby? I had a dream the other night that I'm supposed to get another orange tabby. I don't need any more cats. I don't need any more animals. Great googly moogly, I don't. But I had a dream the other night I was supposed to get another an orange tabby, because I'm fresh out of orange tabbies at my house. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Okay. Hey everybody that's new to the channel, I really appreciate it. I love that you're showing up. Let me tell you how it works here. I give messages to who I'm drawn to, and I give them for the pack. So you can hang out and see if one of these messages is for you. You can see one of these messages is for you, but I don't just answer individual questions like that, and I'm always going to give preference to my longtime subscribers. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I hope you'll like it and want to stay. But that's how it worked around here. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to say High Priestess, Spider, is the spirit animal of everyone today. That's it. Whatever this is, whatever is on your mind, whatever is going on, it doesn't matter. High Priestess, the spider, that's the thing. Now, interestingly enough, to me anyway, what I was about to say is, hey, Amy Pittman. Amy came, y'all. Hold on a second. Let me give this message. Oh, you went early, huh? Oh, can you? Okay, so hold on, y'all. Sorry. She's actually going to stay overnight. Okay. So I'm going to ping you later. Okay. And, oh my God, they're beautiful. Hey, y'all, look at what Amy picked up for me. So I'm teaching this class, right? Here's my new flyer for the class. What do you think? I did it myself. Can you believe it? I'm learning a little bit about graphics, one little bit at a time. I love doing it. I'm terrible at it, and it takes me for dang ever. What do you think about that, y'all? And then I'm gonna get back to you. If you want to hang out, you can hang out, or you want me to call you later, or whatever. That's fine. Okay. Okay, I won't make you get on camera. She's running out. She's like, "Don't make me get on camera." She's out the door. Y'all never saw anybody boogie that fast by Amy.
Be careful.
Okay, that's why I call her Flash Dance. That's funny. Okay, thank y'all. Sorry for the interruption. But it is alive. So here's the thing. Thank y'all. I know, I'm pretty proud of that flyer. Let me just say this. Oh, maybe this has something, maybe the timing. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Rachna? That's very kind of you. My inner marketer approves. Dylan, I told you to email me. I haven't heard from you, bro. Bernadette at whatismyspiritanimal.com. Bernadette, whatismyspiritanimal.com. Hey, Gail. The forums are still up. The forums never went down. You've got to go to wildpackwisdom.com/forums. I did. So, Dylan, Bernadette at whatismyspiritanimal.com. I want to talk to you about your internet marketing. No joke. Anyway, so here's the story. It's really odd that this card ever comes out for anybody, but it's certainly odd that it would come out twice in such a short span of time. And honest to goodness, clear your cache in your cookies, little C, big C. What I was about to say was, I feel like I really think I in all seriousness, I don't know if you know, but sometimes I'll shift my energy because I want to get deep in trance and I want to hear what I'm really hearing. Let me just tell you the vision that I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is maybe not every one of you, but a bunch of y'all are in a big body of water and you're trying to stay afloat. Because you're trying to get to something. You're not drowning. You're not in danger. You're just trying to get out of the soup, out of the mix, out of the mud, out of the water, so that you can rise. And that can be as simple as my sister is working on perfecting her bechamel sauce right now. I don't know how it could get any more perfect. And she's also working on perfecting her sourdough bread. There isn't a person alive that makes sourdough bread like my sister. There's not. And she's still trying to perfect it. You can be working on that. Not saying that's not important. It's important to her, so it's important. But you might be working on literally, what do I do with the rest of my life? You might be working on, I can't stand what I'm doing in my life. I don't know how to change it. I don't know what I want to do, or I do know what I want to do, but I don't think I can. You might be in a place where you are with a group of friends or within your family, just anything in your circle, your partner, and you're just like, I just can't. You're right, you can't. Because I'm telling you now, When an empath gets to a point, or a person that's going through a spiritual awakening or expanding their consciousness, amping up their spidey skills. Spidey skills. You heard it here first. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unfeel what you felt. I have so many people that ping me and they're like, I used to do this, I used to do that, I used to do this. That's not true, Pearl. That's not true. Others are not blocking you by not keeping their word. No, ma'am, not true. If it was meant to be with those people, they wouldn't be not keeping their word. See, the high priestess knows when the energy is not right, you simply move on. That's it. You don't sit around and fret about it. You simply move on. Move on, move on. And trust that the universe will put you and your husband in contact with the right person. And once it's fluid, then you'll know. But let me just say this. I have so many people that ping me. I just talked to a lady yesterday. I used to see spirit, I used to this, I used to that, but I got afraid of it and I shut it down, or my parents told me this, or my friends thought I was weird. I mean, they have a million excuses. So I shut it down and I want to reopen it. How do I do that? You never shut it down. It's impossible. It's a scientific impossibility to shut down your spidey senses. It's scientifically impossible. And then you start adding into the mix what you believe, what your brain says, what your heart says, what your emotions say. It's impossible. You may be to a place where you want to pay more attention to it. You're not afraid of it anymore. You want to expand it, but you never shut it down. That's impossible. Okay, having said that, let me say this. I just don't know any other way to put it, so I'm just going to be blunt and realize that everything I'm about to say comes from my deepest place of love for you all, and I mean it. And I am on your side. I will help you in any way that I can, and here's why. The time you're going through now may feel scary. It may feel uncomfortable. It may frustrate you. It may anger you. It may sadden you, but you're not... as regards to this, you're just not in a great place. And I would invite you to consider that the reason that you're not in a great place is you are afraid of what getting what you want might entail. Now, let me just say this. I have people all the time tell me, I'm afraid of success. That's not true. I don't know I don't know what head doctor somewhere sometime made that phrase up, but that is not true. No one is afraid of being successful. You might be afraid of being in the public eye if that's successful. You might be afraid because you don't feel good enough. Maybe you've got the imposter syndrome. You might feel afraid because, one of my clients had the biggest breakthrough the other day. And I don't do breakthroughs. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. I'm not even a spiritual coach or a spiritual life coach. Can you imagine what a terrible life coach I would be? I'd be a terrible life coach. So I don't do it. But this person sent me the sweetest gift and the longest letter. They had the biggest breakthrough. Because what she realized was when she was, I just don't know. I'm like, look, you've been a client for 5 years. I said, we've talked about a lot of different things, but we always circle back to you're afraid of success. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. Baloney. And when we drilled down, when I asked her with evidence with psychic things to bring up things, okay, I feel like maybe about 6 months ago this happened. Yes, that's true. Okay, I feel like at that time maybe you met this person and this happened. Yes, that's true. I said, okay, what Spirit is showing me is a pattern. Oh, maybe I would make a good life coach if they would let me do it from a spidey sense place. Maybe. But what we finally drilled down to is she doesn't want the long-term responsibility that it comes with success. people all the time think they want to produce a tarot deck, they want to build their own websites, they want to this, they want to that, they want to write books. Do you have any kind of idea the self-discipline it takes, the commitment level it takes to be able to achieve those things? You got to show up every day in every way and push yourself in every day in every way. Not everyone is designed for that. When she realized, I mean, that hit her like a ton of bricks. She sat with it. She sat with it. And what she decided was, I don't see it as work. I see it as I am fortunate enough to get to show up in this world and create every day in every way. And I can't get enough of it. Now, I call myself a workaholic, and a lot of people have called me a workaholic, and to outside sources, I am. And to me, I am. I don't know when to shut it off. I don't. I mean, I get so excited about what I do, but that led me to a different conversation with a different friend, which is, am I really that desperate to self-actualize that I need to stroke myself with accomplishment every day? Apparently, I am. That's something I'm personally sitting with. Why do I exhaust myself to the point? I was invited to a girls' night out that I so wanted to go to on Saturday. I wanted to go so bad. Y'all, by Saturday around 3 o'clock, I was like, I laid down, I set my alarm, I slept right through my alarm. Sure enough, me, right through my alarm. I've only done that like 3 times in my life. So this is my thing for y'all that are going through this. You think being a high priestess doesn't come without its facing fears, facing the darkness? Do you think holding inside the knowledge, the mysteries of the ancients, the mysteries of life, the mysteries of that, and nobody knows it all. But I'm telling you now, if you're in my chat, you're on my sensitive, aware, woke, spiritually awakened people's list, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be anywhere having, and yeah, I'm sure you watch other readers. I do. I get a kick out of a lot of them. And I learn stuff all the time. There's some amazing readers out there. Some of them are full of, horse apples, but a lot of good readers. Now, that said, the other thing a high priestess knows is that she's a high priestess. And we're taught, especially girls are taught, to not be showy or egotistical or this or that or the other. And no one's saying that you should be, but you should own your knowledge. Joel was the person that pointed this out to me. Every now and again, y'all hear me say, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, or I'll do, I'll say something. Because it's funny to me. And to some other people it's funny, but to Joel it was not funny. He's like, I hate it when you do that. Please stop doing it. I'm like, why? And he said, because somewhere inside of you, I just feel like you're always asking for acceptance. I know he didn't say that. No, it wasn't that. It was something else, but something like that. And he goes, you've got to own who you are, Bernadette. You've got to step up and own who you are. I thought about it, and I thought, well, let me try this out for a while. Oh my gosh, you can't know. When I took a look at the times that I was compelled to say that, the times I wanted to say, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, I'm not this, I'm not that, it's easy to confuse me, that kind of thing. It was in direct response to times when I could have made a different choice, which is to stand in the seat of my power, even by saying nothing at all. He was right. Now, it's still funny to me, and we do that a lot in the South, because in the South, you are even better thought of when you are humble, or instead of just coming straight out and saying something, you say something like, well, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but it's with a wink behind it. And I don't know where it came from, and I used it a lot when I did comedy, but I tried not to use it anymore at all. And I would invite y'all to know that it's okay to feel your full power, because you're not at full power. None of us are. You will never completely self-actualize in this lifetime. It's not possible. There's always a level better, bigger, bester than you can be. You will never, ever, ever stand in the full seat of your power, because if you did, your body would explode and take the planet along with it. No joke. No joke. There's that much power just in your physical, if they could ever harness it. Now you bring in everything else, right? Okay. So that said, yes, I'm still calling you Stephanie Tipton. Okay. That's right, Cheryl. There is a big difference between humility and self-deprecation. It's totally true. Now, that said, it really is a Southern thing. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Sometimes we'll say our elevator doesn't go to the top floor. One of my favorites, my Dante used to say, is that, because he was from Texas and he's Mexican. He used to say, that old boy is one taco short of a combination plate. The first time I saw that, I thought I was going to spit my spleen out my nose. It was the funniest thing ever. I am smart, Teapot. Thank you. I really am. Oh, I don't know about strong. I just think I don't know, but I am smart. You know, I'm not smart as some people, but I'm smart. I'm smart for me. And every day I kind of, I try to do better. But all that said, all right, so we're going to move on, but here's the thing. For those of y'all that are going through it, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I don't know. If you've just heard yourself saying, I don't know to anything a lot lately, carry this card with you. Carry a spider totem with you. Call spider as your spirit animal. Have a conversation. I heard a reader say, oh, a long time ago, I was at a conference. I don't even know who it was. I just love this gal. She's about 109 years old. And British, as a matter of fact. And she used to say, when I really need to get a lesson, I envision me sitting down to tea, to high tea, with whatever the archetype of the card is. Because, tea is a big deal in England. Their tea times are sacred. And high tea, that's a big deal. Right, Pearl? And so, happy birthday, Lily! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Everybody sing it with me. Happy birthday, dear Lily. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Lily. Oh my God, I hope today you're celebrated in every day, in every way. Oh my gosh, I just hope your day is full of magic, mystery, mayhem, whoop whoop. Okay, so that's the story. And so even if you've got to, exactly, Cheryl, you're going to visit Charlotte's Web. Excellent. Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy you're here. It's an honor that you're spending part of your birthday with us. That's so cool. Happy birthday. Oh, I'm going to pull a birthday. Hey, y'all, if it's your birthday, tell me. I'll pull a birthday card for you. Lily, your card is the Fool. You're about to embark on brave new adventures, and it's going to go great. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, Lily, your birthday card is the Puffin. If puffins don't make you smile, you got to call me. I'll make you smile. I'll tell you dirty jokes, and it'll make you smile. Okay, look at that. You're embarking on a brave new world, and it's going to be a whole new world. That's what it's going to be, and it's going to be great. I feel it. So, oh, you really are. I just stepped into your energy. You really are. Oh my gosh. I hope you're not fearful, because you know what? Wow, Lily, this just, all I can see is clear. Crystal clear water, crystal clear quartz. Even like, the finest crystal, Irish crystal, which is the finest crystal, by the way. Wow. It is one of the happiest cards. That's so cool. Oh my God, am I just saying to you? Exactly. Yay! Happy birthday to Lily. Oh, that's cool. Hey, y'all. Kate, is it your birthday too? Kate Buxton, it's your birthday today? Oh my God. Buxton, the seahorse card came out for you. But what I'm being told is it doesn't mean for you what it would normally mean in a reading. I love you, Lily. Happy birthday. Kate, this is interesting because are you doing something magical around the water element? Are you a water person? Do you enjoy being at the ocean? Do you enjoy being a mermaid? It really is about the magic of the under. Let me tell you something. I swear to you, I'm seeing every scene from The Little Mermaid from Disney, and I see you as the Little Mermaid. And you're no, not true. No, I actually see you as like almost like the Queen of Atlantis, or the Queen of doing something else. But you're living in a magical underwater world. Does this make sense to you in any way? Oh, okay. You do love me. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Something. Hey, Linda. Hey, you guys. Thank Linda Sue Friedman. She's the one that got me hooked up to go teach in the villages. And speaking of which, just very quickly, Kate, I'm going to get back to your reading. But what I was telling you all, not my birthday, but I'm accepting cakes. I accept cakes every day. But what I was telling y'all about feeling excluded and whatever, Linda Sue is my spirit animal. I've been trying to get down to the villages, get in the villages to do their metaphysical fairs and to teach there for years. I even have people that used to put those events together that are my clients, my reading clients, but they'd ignore me every time there was an event. Even if I asked, they'd just flat out ignore me. And Linda Sue got me in. Thank you very much, Linda Sue. Appreciate that a lot. I hope to bring wonder and magic to y'all. Now, let me get back to your seahorse, Kate. So, maybe you're supposed to be spending time by the beach here shortly. Maybe you're supposed to do some magical work with the water element. But there is, thank you, Linda. I know you do see me. Linda called my divorce 2 years before I knew it, just so y'all know. I didn't know her from Adam. She walked up to me my friend Catherine Skaggs. And if you guys want to know where I got my beautiful drum, it's catherineskaggs.com, catherineskaggs.com. You can get your own drum and your own hand-painted drum. And we didn't talk anything about it. She didn't know me from Adam, and she walked right up to me and she said, "When are you getting a divorce?" I mean, my sister and I just looked at each other. We were like, anyway, and so I did. Okay. Okay, is that all the birthdays? I don't know what you mean you haven't been that for too long. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Well, Cheryl, I don't think Kate will mind me telling you this. She's kind of a therapist and counselor. She owns a very well-respected, very successful metaphysical store in England. And I can't wait till next year, because if I have to swim, if I have to kayak, if I have to jet ski, if I have to teleport, I don't care. I'm going to England next year for a month. A whole month. A whole month. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I don't know what there is about that. Okay, now this is for, wow. Man, this has been the most back and forth, upside down reading day. It's like the dark, the light, the dark, the light, the dark. I don't know what's going on, but this is a message for you all who have, don't go deep in these waters. Don't dive deep into these emotional waters. I just want to pass this message along. So I'm going to tell you what's being told to me. And then I'm going to show you the most magnificent card that just came out. Holy guacamole. Okay. If you The Adventures of Mama Bear in England. Let me tell you something. My time in England a couple years back with my bestie, it was, I don't even know. There are no words. Doggy paddling to England. See you next year. Don, do you live in England? Huh. Okay. So all of that said, okay, you can come with me. So it's going to be a big year next year. We're going to do the retreat. I really am. I've already started to plan that. And it's going to be in Florida. Because where else is Disney and every place else and all the natural water and animals and all whatever. Why would we do that, Nana? Why would we do that? That makes no sense. Go away. Hold on. Like and share. What's wrong with you people? Okay. Now one of my moderators said that the forums are down. Y'all, the forums are not down. I promise you the forums are not down. I know this because I was on them yesterday, but it explains why nobody... I was like, why isn't anybody on the forums? All right. I don't know what to do yet. When I get off the live, I'll figure it out, but I swear the forums are not down. I was in there. Sorry, y'all. I've got to answer Trish. She's... okay. Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. But let me think about the... Well, you can think about... Let me tell you who this is for first. And please don't bounce into dragging yourselves down energetically. There's no reason for that because right, Cherry, you were in there yesterday because the... oh, you know what? It might be that no, that wouldn't be. Maybe the servers in your area haven't resolved the new URL yet, but I did an IP check yesterday and it was all looking good for me. So let me just tell you who this message is for, and let me then give Trish this the address. So here's the thing. This amazing message that's fixing to come out for y'all that's sitting right by me. My hands are shaking. I want to show you the card, but if you have suffered abuse of any kind, if you're an abuse survivor of any kind, emotional, physical, mental, of any kind, even bullying, not like somebody called you a bad name and you still remember it. Okay, that might have scarred you for life, and I get that. Everybody's got a different threshold for everything. But we're talking about like abuse. Like if you were if you were just like stalked when you were younger, if you were just a big, it doesn't matter. Let me just say this. If you feel like you've been abused emotionally, mentally, or physically, this message is for you. So, hold on. Okay. This is the Nine of Pentacles, the White Peacock. Now, this is the most... All I can ever think of when I see this card is what we think of as traditional angels, you know? And I know that when this card comes up for anybody, because she hardly ever comes up, and I mean ever comes up. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, basically this card is the heaven on earth card. And it is it really is heaven on earth. And what I know is you are absolutely moving to a place where when you look back on that abuse, it will be like it happened to someone else. And the scars won't be there, and the healing will be total. And I mean total. You'll be able to find true, full joy again. Not, I always liken this kind of message, which fortunately doesn't come out a lot. But I don't know if y'all have seen Lord of the Rings, but if you have, at the very last, spoiler alert, but if you haven't, but dang, it's been 20 years, y'all, or 15 years. At the very end of the third Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Frodo and a bunch of others get on a boat and sail away because he just can't live in the mortal world anymore. Some hurts, he said, are too deep. And so if your hurts have been so deep that even when you're joyous, you can't be filled with joy, that elated, walking on sunshine, whoa, I'm walking on sunshine, that kind of thing, you're headed towards that time. If you still are living in PTSD, not that you won't ever live without it in some way, but you can get to a place where your triggers are not as triggering as they were, and you can find full joy. You're headed towards that time. And when I tell you heaven on earth, please, I'm begging you, if you have a copy of the Ark, please pull the White Peacock Nine of Pentacles card. If you don't have a copy of the Ark, what are you thinking? I'm teasing. You better get one. It's not like that. But if you have a copy of the Rider Waite, or whatever deck you have that is based on the Nine of Pentacles card, please tattoo it, carry it with you, put it under your pillow. I don't know. Sit with it in meditation. Ask it to send you signs. Do whatever. But you've just got to know that you are moving through this. It may not feel like you are. It may not feel like you're healed any farther than you were, but you are much, much better. Right. Well, little c, big C, I don't think I have PTSD, but definitely never feel I'm truly ever able to reach true happiness. Okay. Well, when you start feeling that otherwise, it'll be different. Okay. So that said, okay, listen, y'all. So Trish cleared her cache and cookies, and that worked for her. So for y'all that can't get to the forums, please clear your cache and cookies. I promise it'll work for you. Okay, now, let me just say this. Linda Sue Friedman, clear your cache and cookies. Clear your cache and cookies. Clear your cache and cookies. Okay. So, Gwen, why are you waiting? Forums are not down, Linda. Okay. Gwen, what do you mean you're waiting on your Arc deck? I don't know what that means. Tell me in the chat what that means. Okay, here's the thing. I want to go back to this. There's another side to this card. It is, let me see if I can, hold on, I'm going to keep talking while I look for this card in my big Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I want you all to see this card because the point of it is that it's all about independence. It's all about expansive thinking. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, and I was so honored when White Peacock wanted to be the Nine of Cups, or the Nine of Pentacles. It took me a couple days to be able to move on to pick other cards or get in communication with other animals for other cards. I was just so honored. So when we talk about expansive thinking, what we talk about is it's not enough just to get past the abuse. It's not enough. Then it is about making your own heaven on earth. And so you literally move through the dark, not and move into the light, but you become the light. You become the light. And when you do that, what you create for yourself, here she is. Okay. Look at just the rich hues of this card, the golds, the deep reds. And I've joked about this card before. I know that's supposed to be a hawk or a falcon, but it looks like a red-headed woodpecker to me. The bird, about to take flight, so on and so forth. It's just such a rich card. in all the ways that a person can be rich, mind, body, spirit, everything. And so yeah, Linda, it's one of my favorite cards. I look for that and the sun card, in every, the sun card. I'm not even thinking of my own card now. I'll think of it. The one with the yellow duck. Yeah, the sun. In every deck. They're just some of my favorite cards. But you're okay. You're going to be okay. You're already okay. And that's the thing, is you're more okay than you know. Really what's happened is you've focused for so long on moving through healing the abuse that you haven't turned an eye to see really where you are now. And that may very well surprise you. In fact, I'm betting that it will. I'm absolutely betting that it will. And when we're working with the color white, now, I personally am having a little, and I always have had a struggle with that. White is the only color that's really considered divine. It's like the pinnacle color. And then everything else has, it's ascribed a meaning or this or that, separate to it or whatever. And it is, to me on this day, purple can be divine. I'm wearing a silvery gray. To me, that this day it was divine. But there is something about the color white that just makes you feel fresh and clean and new and sparkly. And you are there. I just don't think you're seeing it. That is what the animal guides are telling me. And so it is incumbent upon you. This is your mission, should you choose to accept it. I will not explode in 5 seconds, though, I promise. Boy, that would be ugly. But it's incumbent upon you right now to stop and take good stock of where you're already at. And it is, I think if you'll see it, hold on, y'all, what Trish is showing me. Hold on a second. I finally got a screenshot, y'all, of what's being told to me. Okay, sorry. I want to get back to this, but give me 1 second. Oh. Y'all, I'm so caught up in this message, I just totally foobarred. I shut out the screen I was talking to her on. Sweet bejeebus. Okay. And I'm only interrupting this because a number of you are saying here that you can't get in. So, okay, the other thing y'all can do is log out and log back in. Okay, well, I want to go back to the message. I don't know any other way to say this other than there's an independence that this gal has in this card. I always identify this with the independent businesswoman. And you can be married and still be an independent businesswoman. You can be in a long-term relationship, in a committed relationship, and still be an independent businesswoman. You can be in a partnership in your business and still be an independent businesswoman. But an independent businesswoman is just another archetypal description for the archetype of high priestess. Because then you start talking about CEO, COO, that kind of thing. And in your own life, when you talk about doing things, I often wonder that people don't see how far along they really are. Like when they're crying to me about how they haven't done enough with their life, they haven't achieved this, they haven't achieved that. And I'm like, well, who was responsible for figuring out the bills in your household? Well, me. Well, okay, little c, big C. Listen, y'all try logging out and then logging back in. Log out, and log back in. Okay. What? Oh my gosh, Amy. Haha. You got white peacock and duck. Very nice. Okay. So I would say that you have not given yourself enough credit for what you have done. And if you come to think of yourself, as a CEO or a COO or the supreme ruler of, or whatever, your literal own life, I hope that you will be able to see that there are people that can't do that. They can't keep up with their bills. They can't earn enough to pay their own food or pay their own food bill or keep a roof over their kids' heads. Now, they say they can't, but they can. And there are different levels to that. Some people are not equipped to go there or do that. But if you are in this reading, if you come to any of my lives, or really almost anybody else's that are in this realm, you are a person that seeks higher knowledge. It's just the way that it is. And that already tells me that you have the capacity. But you don't see yourself that way. I watched one of my clients in the span of a year. She went from, they had lost it all. I mean, she and her husband lost it all. They just were not good with money. And there were a number of other reasons, but they're just not. And they were making okay money, but they got their house repossessed, their car was repossessed. I mean, it hit the fan. And all of a sudden, she decided she was going to treat her home life like she treated her job. Because you want to know the craziness of this? She's an accountant. She's an accountant and lost it all. True story. True story. I watched the whole thing unfold right in front of my eyes. When she turned around and looked at her life like a business, she could take the components of her life that weren't working and apply the same work, diligence, principles, knowledge to that part of her life. Just like I watched their ship go down, I watched it skyrocket right up. Craziness. 3 or 4 years later, they're millionaires. Now, is it all about the money? No, it's not. But this is all about whatever is happening in your life. And so what that means is that you are down the path. You just don't even know it, but you're down the path of real success. Whatever that's going to mean to you, you're down the path. Because you're going to see things from a different perspective, a more expansive perspective. You're going to be able to look, you're going to be able to look at things differently to see what's going to suit you best. I told y'all I'm learning about trading right now. I'm fascinated by it. And man, I see why so many people lose money. For a lot of reasons, but I see why a lot of people lose money. I'm not trying to do that. And so I will start with what is comfortable for me, and I'll learn and I'll grow, and then I'll learn and I'll grow, and I'll learn and I'll grow. And that's all you have to do. But I've made a commitment to do it because it fascinates me. And, I'm like everybody else. I would like to retire and not have to think about anything. I would like to do that. So out of the abuse that you all have suffered, I am so deeply proud of you, so deeply, deeply proud of you and thrilled for you that you're where you are, because I know, the Lady of the Eight of Pentacles knows, and White Peacock knows you're farther along than you think. You just haven't seen it yet. The flip side of that is that now you've got to go farther and realize that you can, and maybe even realize that what you went through was setting the stage for what you're about to accomplish. And I just want popcorn and a beer, maybe even some barbecue corn nuts, and sit in the back of a pickup truck and just watch it unfold, because I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. I'll get one of those. I'll get it in the shape of a bear. You know, those big hands with the cheese or the hands or whatever they have at sporting events. I'll get a big bear face and it'll read go, 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 or it'll read Aru or something. I'll just be in my truck with one of those things cheering you on. So I'm proud of you. I'm thrilled for you. You go, girl. You go, boy. You go anything. Just you go, right? Okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what gender you identify with or not identify with. Your soul. Go, soul, go. That's what I'm going to say. Go, spirit, go. Okay, excellent. All right. In our last few minutes here, because I got a scooter poop to the Villages to meet the beautiful Linda Friedman, I'm going to pull one more card for the collective, although I swear to Swanee it's the spider, it's the high priestess, but because it's come out twice. I am going, happy birthday again, and thank you so much to all of my moderators again. Thank you all for bearing with me while I told a couple people to go to hell and banned the creepy people. Black Panther, baby. Another queen. Queen of Wands this time. It's all about a queen. It's all right up my heart. Black Panther. Do I need to describe and tell y'all what Black Panther is about? Dang, y'all. There's been some powerful, powerful, powerful stuff going on. Powerful. Scooter poop. I know, Maureen, Black Panther. So, now this is always, big cats are about big cat energy, but when it's the specific cat, this is, this and jaguars are the shaman's cat. So, it is, if I encapsulate, if I think back on what the animals have had to tell y'all today, they've all been power animals, like big, serious power animals. And so, I'm thinking that the overall message for the wild pack today is about step into the seat of your power. I mean, that's the message for every day, but for today, there's some reason it's more important than any other day. It's important. Now, Black Panther, that's all about moving through the shadows and only coming out of the shadows when you want to, when it's beneficial for you. And this would dovetail back to the Nine of Pentacles and the Peacock, that it's time for you to basically come out of those shadows and take a look at from where you were and really see where you are. You're absolutely farther than you think. And then stepping completely out of the shadows when you know that it's time. And I can tell you by the cards, the time is right now. I mean, like, right now. So, man, I'm happy for you all. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. So, I hope this was helpful. I love you all very much. Please know that for those of you that are still having problems getting into the forums, because now Trish Telesco's having a problem. You're waving your cheese hands now. I'm going to figure out what's going on with the forums, because some people can get on and some people are getting some weird message. I don't even know. And she's rebooted, she's restarted, she's whatever. So I'm going to work on it. Also, if you guys can ping me in the forums or on the chat or something and let me know, nighttime lives are getting a little tough for me, you guys. By the time I get to 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm delirious, and I'm thinking maybe to go to all mornings, but I know that a lot of y'all have to work, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So if you have any suggestions of times that would really work for you or be good for you, I'd love to know about it. Because everybody is requesting more lives, and I think I would like to do more lives. They're a lot of fun. I'd definitely like to do it from my own forums. So please get on over to the forums. Gather it. wildpackwisdom.com /forums /forums. and I will get my developer on today and see what the drama is. So I love you all very much. Happy birthday. Thank you very much again to my moderators. And I will see you Thursday evening. All right. Do good for animals, including yourself. And